All right, so I'm here looking at Litecoin on the monthly chart. And just to refresh you guys, I'm using the Bitstamp chart, which is right here, just to try to get as much history as I can. If you have not seen the first video on Litecoin, I highly recommend watching that. That will kind of get you caught up on a lot of the price action that's been happening. But right now, since the last video, looking at the monthly chart, we're still above this price level here at 108.58. I just want to be more specific. 108.85. Okay, I really like how price is above this level. This is what I need a candle to close above this level. And for the reason for that is if we go back to the 3-month, you can see every time Litecoin tried to go bullish, such as right here, all these down close candles, we could not get above the area as far as the bodies that started that downside pressure here. Price could not get above and close here. You can see that right here, this down close candle. Price within these two bullish candles could not get above and close here. These two down close candles, this is the first time that we are actually getting above the down close candles, and we need price to close here on the monthly. Now, the thing is, we're still in December, and we still have 17 days left before I can really look at this as going to the next leg higher. But I am still liking what I'm seeing here. Price is holding above that candle body, okay? And we are still reaching for this monthly imbalance that still has yet to be touched. Now, if I go down to the weekly, this is what you want to watch for, okay? I really like what I'm seeing right here on the weekly. So just watch where I place these lines. The high of November 18th and the low of December 2nd. That little space right there is the weekly fair value gap right now that we have tested, and we are currently respecting this. Take a look at this. Look at how we overshot the gap, which is completely fine. But the body has come back up and is now respecting this buy side imbalance. If we can, we have like a day and 22 hours, okay? I am going to be watching to see if we can close outside of this gap, such as like right here. If price was to close right here, then I would immediately anticipate the very next candle, which is the new weekly candle that we're going to get on Monday. I would expect that to begin pushing higher, going after not just this monthly level, but it needs to clear this here first. So this high of the December 2nd candle that week, I want to see price go above this swing high and then go right inside of this monthly imbalance. That would confirm to me that price still has a lot of gas in the tank to start reaching after these areas of buy side liquidity. So what do I mean? You have buy side liquidity sitting above this swing high. You also have it inside this monthly imbalance that has yet to be touched. But right above that, we have a more concentrated area here on the weekly that if I just zoom out, you can see is right here. That has yet to be reached into as well. All right. So really, really like what I'm seeing right now. Still a time to be patient because price hasn't done anything crazy, right? Everything is still holding up. Even this pullback, the respect that we're seeing in this wick from an area of importance, right? This little area right here is extremely important on the weekly chart. We are respecting this right now. So everything is still on track, okay? If you needed something to actually worry about as far as if this thing was to break down, your first sign is seeing price close either inside of this imbalance or beyond the imbalance. As long as we are above it and we close above it, we are good, okay? On the next candle, the new week, you want to watch for price to not go below this low, which is going to be previous week's low in just a day and 22 hours. You don't want to see price go below that. You want to see price, the low of the next candle, you want to see it maintain, preferably no lower than the midpoint of this wick. So let's just pretend we closed right here, okay? What you don't want to see is the new candle. I'm just going to draw this out. So that's about the midpoint of this wick, from the body where it is now to the absolute low of this wick. You'd want to see the new weekly candle do something like this, maybe come down just a hair to around the midpoint, but then continue to go higher after these areas of liquidity. All right. Ideally, you won't even see the wick of the new candle go down that low. Ideally, it's just going to start to move higher off of closing outside of that gap. Okay. So keep an eye on that. If we start to break down below previous week's low, which would be likely here, right? Like I said, we still have a day and 22 hours. If we start to break below this, then I would start to raise an eyebrow of what price actually wants to do. But based off of where we're looking right now, everything looks good. Okay. When I look at the Bitcoin chart, here's some more confluence. Take a look at this daily chart and take a look at how, for the first time on this candle right here, December 13th, Friday, we had the highest daily close ever. So the actual daily price closed higher than this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, that's bullish. But take a look at the formation that we had on the daily. I actually put this in my group where we had this daily imbalance. Price reached into it by just a hair. Okay, so if you look, the low of this candle is $99,309. You can see it in over here on these values right here. If I hover over the candle, the L for low is 99,309. If I go to the low of the next candle here, 99,250. So price went just below to tap into this inefficiency, this area of inefficiency, making it now efficient, and then it went right after that buy side liquidity. So take a mental picture of this daily setup where price went up, created an imbalance, reached down into that imbalance, and then went on to seek liquidity at the previous swing high. Okay, that's exactly what just happened today. If you take that mental picture, now go back to LTC, and you can look at that on the weekly, and you can see that's what I'd be looking for on this chart. Price to have its extension, which it's already done, pulling back into an area of inefficiency, making it efficient, and then I would anticipate it to seek liquidity above the previous swing high, as well as these areas up here that have yet to be hit. So that's the update for Litecoin. I hope this made sense. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one.